Uh, shit. Welcome to the channel, everyone. BORTLE here, and today we have a special guest. That's right, we have Campos of Team BORTLE on the channel with his undefeated deck profile from locals. That's right, guys. He's a fellow Rona warrior. My goodness, he went undefeated in Swiss, made it all the way to the finals with Dragonmaids. All right, so let's go ahead and just jump right into this deck profile. Hey, Campos, what's up? How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How's it going?
Oh, it's going quite well, man. So, how was this tournament overall, man?
It was pretty good. Very different, you know. It's really my first time experiencing tournaments post Rona, and quite the setting, you know. Epic Cards and Games is the one that was hosting it, and they're doing a great job maintaining safe practices during these times, and I felt very comfortable playing. The tables get disinfected before and after the tournaments, and it's just a cap on the amount of players that can enter. Felt good. Well, this is a deck that if you're not new to the channel, you've seen me pilot before, but in a different way. I'm playing Dragonmaid, and I really like it. With the newest set, we got some support. Well, not the newest set, like the set before that, but we got support for the set, and it made the deck a lot stronger, and I'm happy to still be playing it.
Let's
All
go.
right, so for the Dragonmaids, we play one Nurse. Really good card. It brings back the Dragonmaids from your graveyard. That enables a bunch of combos and a bunch of recovery. If you ever go into Heretic Seal and like you get Nibirued, for example, and bringing this out from the deck, make another Heretic Seal. That comes up a lot because everyone's playing Nibiru right now. For the other ones, we play 3 Kitchen. Lets me search for a Dragon Maid, and then I have to discard a Dragon Maid monster. Search for a monster, discard a monster. It fills up the graveyard, lets me search. Good card. Parlor, this card a lot better with the new trap card that's out. It lets me dump a Dragon Maid card from my deck to the graveyard, which is really, really good. And then 3, Prismatic, Chamber Dragon Maid.
They have to be prismatic, right?
Absolutely. That's the only way that you're going to be doing anything with this deck. Because if you put money into the deck, the deck will put money into you.
Oh, well, we got to scratch budget right off the list. Well, I'm playing. I mean, those other cards are pretty expensive too.
Yeah, waifu tax as they call it. So this one's the searcher for spells and trap cards in the deck. Really good. It brings out the other big Dragon Maids. You can't go from the big one into this one, unfortunately, but it doesn't come up all that much. So for the big ones, we're playing one of this one. It's like Forbidden Chalice whenever you discard it, and it's a big one. This one, discard it, give your monsters 2,000 boost, and then this one. I love this card. It's like those Thunder Dragons that we used to play with, where during either player's turn, you can use its quick effect to discard it to special summon a Dragon Maid from your hand. And playing during your opponent's turn is always amazing.
For those that don't know exactly what those names are, would you like to run down their names real quick?
Yeah, so we got Lorpar, Tink Heck, and Ernest. So these are all play on words or like word swabs, palindromes, I think is the way to say it, of the smaller ones. Like if you look, Nurse is in the name here, Kitchen is in the name here, and then Parlor's in the name there.
I think you mentioned that in the last deck profile you did on the channel.
Yeah, I've always liked that. It's really neat about this. So that's it for the Dragon Maid monsters. Next we play good dragons. Just one Tempest. This is probably the one thing I could cut out, but I just like it a lot. Bringing it out with Heretic Seal is really good. It's an extender for like link plays whenever that comes up. And I can actually use Tempest's first effect by discarding any of the other Dragon Maid cards. Any of the other win ones, which I play like 4 or something like that, so it comes up every now and then. And then for other good dragons, we got hand traps with Phantasme. Funnily enough, this is part of the combo in the deck. Monster for Dragon Maids only requires like 7 or higher Dragon Monster, or 5 or higher, something like that, to fusion into. So if you ever Phantasme them, you can fusion with Phantasme to bring out the Dragon fusion monster. 3 Ash, because best hand trap in the game. We of course play the one common Monster Reborn, budget, of course. Dragon Maid changeover. There's our fusion spell. It has a graveyard effect that lets you bring it back by bouncing a Dragon Maid monster. That combos with one of the fusion monsters, and it also is really good because it plays around like a lot of popular hand traps this format, like Droll and Lockbird, because you can send this to the graveyard and then add it from the graveyard to your hand instead of adding it directly to your hand. And then the one of Call by the Grave. yeah, I don't know. It's still good enough to play, I'd say.
Speaking of Droll, did anyone use Droll against you?
Yes, actually, in my top 4 match, I got Droll and Lockbirded, and I just changed the way that I played the turn. Instead of going for like my searchers, I went for the ones that dumped to the graveyard, and I
Oh,
was still able
nice.
to end my turn on Heretic Seal and the Dragonmaid Fusion,
Wow.
which is typically what you want to do with this deck.
Yeah.
So, 3 of spells, we got 3 Foolish Burial Goods. It enables the trap card in this deck, and it's also another way you can get to the fusion, because ending your turn on the big fusion monster is really good to get that extra negate. Another really good card in here, World Legacy Guard Dragon. Because everything's really weak in the deck, any normal summon that you have, plus this card is LP combo. Because you just normal summon any of them, go into Almirage, and then activate this, bring it back, link into LP, move it, and then you got Almirage there. You can make Heretic Seals with that, but unless you have like extenders or something like that, you have to use Almirage's effect to like protect one of your monsters, which is kind of a waste, but whatever. You do what you gotta do. And then we got 3 Dragonmaid Hospitality. It's another reborn spell. This is why people use like Chamber as like an engine card in like Dragon Link. It's because Chamber can search this, and this brings back any Dragonmaid from your hand or graveyard, and then you can dump the other attribute. In Pure Dragonmaid, this card's amazing. It does like 5 things. So going into the trap cards, we got a bunch of Dragonmaid cards here. We got 3 Tidying. Best Dragonmaid support card I think they've printed so far.
This is one of the newest ones, right?
Yeah, this is the newest card to come out for the archetype. It has 2 effects, but you can only use 1 per turn. One effect is in the graveyard. You can banish it to special summon a Dragonmaid from your hand or graveyard, but the card gets bounced back to your hand at the end phase, which doesn't really matter. Use this as an extender. Use this to like set up and play during your opponent's turn, and it has a graveyard effect, or not a graveyard effect, non-field effect, because it is a trap card still. On the field, if you activate it, you can target a dragon monster, and then you can target a monster or a card your opponent controls, and you can bounce both to the hand. So this like enables you to have more interactions, and it's searchable. And if you have the other Dragonmaid Fusion monster that you usually tag out into after you negate, it gives you a pop as well, because you get to bounce something and then pop something using the Dragon Fusion monster's effect. So another reason why we play this one is for that as well. This one also has like a bounce effect on your own dragon monster or Dragonmaid monster, and then you can search or you can bounce back a Spell Trap. It's really good against trap decks because it like slows them down, and it's also good against like any deck in general if you like draw it. You don't really want to search this unless you already have like a loaded hand, but having it's pretty good. And then of course everyone's got to play 3 Imperm. Really good hand trap, and comes up a lot.
What's the main deck count?
40 cards.
Wow,
Playing it.
Perfect 40.
Yeah, real consistent this time around. If you want, you can cut out the Call by the Grave for an upstart. No real shenanigans going on this time. You'll see with the extra deck, and let's dive right into it.
Okay.
First off, we got Striker Dragon. No Boot Sector launch in the deck. There really just wasn't a point, in my opinion, if I wasn't playing any rockets at all. Having like the free search is pretty neat, but I'm not playing in the OCG. So playing like random one-ofs just to have them searched out, it's just not worth it for me. This deck doesn't really have problems with like consistency with like hand stuff. Like if you already have a normal summon Dragonmaid, it doesn't matter past that point. So I already alluded to this earlier, but here's Almirage, really good card. Free, like a lot of these monsters I'm only playing to like get free stuff in my graveyard. That's why I have like Pisty and LP. LP of course for combo. Pisty also comes up with like everyone's playing Ice Dragon Prison right now, and getting back your Dragonmaids is really good. But it also is like 1 card, get it off the field, so I can bring it back and go into Heretic Seal. Best card, absolutely best card. Ending on that and Dragonmaid Fusion, really good. For like regular Link monsters, I don't play very many. These are some basic stuff. We got 1 Phoenix. There wasn't a whole lot of main deck back row like stuff, so Phoenix is like really good. Of course, Unicorn as well. And then 1 IP Masquerena. Another Starlight rare card in my deck. Then that's it for the Link monsters. Going into the fusions, we got 3 Dragonmaid Shao, and then 3 Dragonmaid House, because this thing has to go into this in order to negate. So whenever you negate something, this tags out into that, And then standby phase, these things can grab back Dragonmaids from your hand or graveyard. This one can also do that, but it's like a lot more situational as well. And then if something gets bounced on your field, you can destroy a monster. That
Have
one's
you
not monster.
ever burned through all 3 copies of those?
Uh, Today I didn't, but I have before.
Okay,
That's
so
a
it comes out.
Yeah, that's a big reason why I don't like Pot of Extravagance in this deck because you really, really want these fusions to carry you. So going into the side deck, I haven't been playing physically in a while. I didn't even play like online tournaments. That's why you haven't heard from me in a while. But yeah, so I was kind of going into this event blind. Um, so I just put in what I thought was good. So 3 Veiler, 3 Crow. Crow is pretty good against like every deck before. Still pretty good against like every deck now. I guess there's like a bit of conflict between Crow and like Lancia, but Lancia is like busted right now. Um, I'm never gonna cite in one and the other. It's like one or the other. And then because you have to have back row removal, got 3 Cyclone. I don't like Twin right now, or else I'd be playing Twin. It's just Eldritch is a pretty good deck. I like that deck a lot. And then 3 Sphere mode because I don't know. I don't have tactical talents right now or droplets. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if anything, we can argue that the side deck's like somewhat budget, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the deck. I went
Nice.
in Swiss with it, and in the finals, I only lost to fellow Team BORTLE member Joey Lynch.
Oh, well, that's right. And we'll definitely see his deck profile on the channel, or it might be already up anyway. So again, guys, this is from Epic Cards and Games. It's not just a normal boozy local, all right? You're gonna have some competition there. We had like YCS champion there, some other people that had many YCS tops.
To
So
back white Ramiro.
oh God, yes. So again, nothing's like totally free, okay? So yeah, Dragonmaids, pure Dragonmaids, man, insane. So any closing thoughts, man?
Um, yeah, I guess going back to like my sentiments from like the UDS top that I had earlier this year, it's like, just try out what you like. You never know what'll work. These Dragon Maid strategy, it's really, really good. You'd never think about it.
Yeah, guys. So just get out there, experiment. Obviously, you can play on Dueling Book and own every card in the game on that for free. But if you don't want to, play online for free or whatever, you can always go to locals, remote duel, and if you do that, make sure to use my TCG player affiliate link in the description down below. All right, and if you're not a part of BORTLE Nation, sub for BORTLE. It's that easy and it's free. Oh God, yes. BORTLE out.